Shaykh to speak a couple of words so that we understand the situation of this fitna that we're living in. We're not living in a time of love. We're not living in a time of love. Who is saying it's a time of love? We are not. Our Shaykh is not. Which planet you're on to think now this is the time of love? The best place to be free to say this is a time of love is America. This is a time of love. Or Europe, this is the time of love. Or India or Asia, this is the time of love and understanding and tolerance and loving each other. No, it is not. Now it is our responsibility to know what is this hate that is around, so that we're not inside of that. You understand? That we're not inside of that anger, we're not inside of that confusion, that people now, they love and they hate for the sake of their ego, not for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because there is still a haqq and there is still a batil. Haqq you have to love, batil you have to hate. This is what a believer is. If you're a munafiq, it's something else. Munafiq, oh, you can do anything you want. I'm not going to interfere. But if there is amr bil ma'ruf, nahy anil munkar, that means that there is still haqq and batil. This is foundation of our faith. You're supposed to encourage something that is good, and you're supposed to forbid, discourage according to your level. Now, what is evil? You cannot stay silent, or you cannot say, it's okay brother, don't judge. Or you cannot say, now is a time for love, everything is allowed. Who is going to say that? Dajjal. Dajjal is going to say, this is the time of love. Time of love, everything is allowed. There's no shariat. Everything is allowed. Who is going to come to bring shariat? Mahdi alayhi salam. He's going to say there is a haqq and there is a batil. Those ones who are preparing for Mahdi alayhi salam, they already have that haqq and batil in their lives. You may be in the middle of batil, but you cannot love it. You cannot have an inch in your heart to say it is okay. You cannot. There is one man. Now this story fits. He is a very religious man. He worships and he makes zikr all the time. And he's living in this city. And he's surrounded by batil. And one day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending that angel that brings down curse and disaster to that area, which in these days no Muslims believe Allah is the one who's causing disaster to the world. No. They say it is weather patterns. They say it is geological shifts. They say it is natural, which means that they say this nature has no creator. They're saying Allah is not the creator, Allah is not in charge, Allah is not the one who wills things to happen. Muslims are believing this now. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent that angel and said, put a curse on that city. And the angel is saying, it is known to you, Ya Rabbi, there is one man who is living there. And all his life he's only making zikr and worshipping you. If you ask me to put the curse and the disaster to the city, then that man is going to be under the curse and the disaster too. But he is a worshipper, he's an abid. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's reply is what? He's saying, give that man 10 times the punishment I'm going to give to the whole city. That one who has been worshipping to me non-stop. Because, why? Because he does not have a love in his heart for the wrong things. He has love in his heart for the wrong things of the people are doing. He does not have the hate for the wrong things that his people in the city that they are doing. He is not standing up for haqq. He is not saying this is wrong. First with your hands, then with your tongue, then with your heart. Meaning even in his heart, he's saying, what can we do? It's okay. Allah is saying, that worshipper, his worship is 0 to me. Punish him 10 times more. Oh, how many there are living in this world. How many there are scholars and leaders of people, of groups, of Jamad, that they're saying this. Of course, Yani, we cannot interfere. You have to say that we cannot interfere. You cannot even interfere to your children now to tell them what to do. But you have to say in your heart, it's okay? No. The lowest level of faith, the lowest level of faith is in your heart that you have to say this is wrong. You're asking me now, where our hands can reach, how are we going to help? How when we see something that is wrong now, that is happening in this world? How many wrong things are there? From top to bottom, from left to right. There are billions of wrong things that are happening in this world. Wrong in the eyes of Allah and His Prophet ﷺ. We cannot like it. We cannot agree. We cannot find excuses for that. We cannot change it. No. What we're going to do, we're going to follow the sunnah of Abu Zar. We're going to pull ourselves to a corner and wait for Hazrat Mahdi to come or the angel of death to come to us. But when it is necessary, we're going to speak. It is necessary, you're going to speak. You're going to say, I don't agree with this. This is wrong. And this is what we're doing now. Now, even to speak like that is not given to everyone. We definitely cannot interfere to change with our hands, but it is farz, kifaya. It is a farz for us to change something. We cannot now see something wrong and say, it's okay. We have to change it. We have to change it in our hearts, which means what? Day and night, you must be bothered by what is wrong that is happening and ask Allah now to change that. Because it is beyond our hands, it is beyond our means now. The wrong things that are happening now. From top to bottom, it is wrong. From the leaders to the people, to communities, to families now, they are wrong. What we can do to change with our hands. Who can we reach to? Our families. If they want to listen, correct? We cannot even change now those ones who are close to us. We cannot. So at least you can speak. We cannot speak to the ones that are around you. Now in your heart you have to say, meaning be around with the people who have the same kind of feelings that you do. Don't be around people, don't spend too much time with them, because they're going to change your mind easy. As Hazrat Ali Karamallah was just saying, the man's religion is according to the religion of his friends. Now who are you going to be friends with? So be around those who say this is wrong. Just to be in that community, you don't have to speak. You cannot change. You don't have to change. But at least now you have that low level of faith. What is our responsibility now? We have to look. Where are you? Where are you? What are you? If you're the leader of a country, that is your responsibility. It's not the responsibility of the people to change that. Do you understand? Like what it is said in the khutbah. Now one of the biggest fitna that they put because of this democracy, hypocrisy, is saying anything that is wrong in this world, it is everyone's responsibility. We all share. If there is pollution in this world, it's everyone's responsibility to stop the pollution. Who is causing this pollution? Who is causing it? Everyone is following this, causing this pollution? No. Who is causing most of this pollution? Who are they? Corporations. They're the ones who's dumping all this into the air, into the water, into the earth. We are doing it. But they're very smart. They say, oh, you have to be socially active. Now, these corporations, even if the whole world gets together and does something, you think it's going to break even a little chip on the wall, this huge thing that they're putting in front of the health of this world, of this planet? They're doing so much damage every day. Look at these corporations. Who are the corporations? And who's backing these corporations? Governments. Which governments? East and West, North and South. Even those ones, especially those ones who are calling themselves Muslim countries. Aha. Now you understand it is a game that they're all playing. Game. They are responsible. First, they are responsible. the leaders, those who have power, those who have money, those who have resources. Then, later, at the bottom, us common people, because our words cannot reach nowhere, our hands cannot reach nowhere, nothing. But they're putting all this burden on us that we cannot reach nowhere, and they're saying we are responsible. What kind of a confusion is that? It's very smart, isn't it? It's very smart. Whatever that one is doing, in the white building, whatever that one is doing, why is everyone shocked? All governments are doing what he's doing. He's just doing it more open. All governments are doing what he's doing. East and West, North and South, especially in Muslim countries. You think they're interested to help? No. So, we are seeing now, these ones, they don't want anything to change. You think, for example, the problems that we have, say, in this country, the drugs problem. You think the government doesn't have the power to stop the drug problem? Of course they do. Now, slowly it's coming out, which people know already. The problem was, in a very big part, it was they made it. Correct? And this is the government that is the most, maybe the most transparent of governments compared to other governments. They're showing everything. People are saying, I need to know what happened here, and they say, okay, we have to open it, we have to say. You think they cannot stop the problems? They can stop it overnight. You think they cannot stop the wars from happening in these countries? They can stop it overnight. But they don't want to. And they're pushing the blame to us. MashaAllah. How very smart it is. You think they cannot stop the war in Syria? Do they want to stop the war in Syria? Who started the war in Syria? You think they cannot? Yes, they can. And those ones who say, no, I don't like this one, this one. It was always, I'm always supporting this country. I want to support another big country. They're better. Oh, mashallah. Very good. You're very smart, mashallah. Okay, now you change your allegiance. And now you see openly that one, whatever that he's doing now, he's always been doing, which is what? Very famous for killing Muslims. Is it only happening today? No, it's been happening. Whatever that's happening in Aleppo, whatever is happening in Ghouta, whatever is happening, say, in Burma, it's always been happening. Especially since when? Well, since the Khilafat fell. Every single year, every decade, something is happening. Now, why are people waking up? It's because they have Facebook. Because they're seeing it. So what they're trying to do now, they say, okay, now we cannot stop the true story from coming out. We must mix it up with false stories so that people don't know what is true and what is not. This is what confusion is. They don't know what is haq and what is batil anymore. Then what happens? People's hearts, they will become dead. Even if they're seeing all those things every day, it becomes dead. Because they feel very stressed out. What can I do? I cannot do anything. And they're going to look at other things that's going to make them to forget. Then they go back and forth, back and forth. It's like that. It's killing us. What we can do? As Holy Prophet ﷺ said, as our Shaykh said so many times, now, pull yourself back. Lead simple lives. Know what is right and wrong, pray. But be active in your lives, in your simple lives. That time, your hands are not going to be so stained with the blood that is happening out there. This, is it difficult? Of course it is difficult. Something so easy, let's say, I want to help, something so easy. Okay, let me at least give some donation. Do you know how many hundreds of organizations there are out there that they're collecting money for all those things and they're putting all in their own pockets? Correct? Especially the masjids, they go and Muslims say, okay, I must help, they're putting If you're a charitable organization in this country, you're protected by law to keep a large percentage of what you get to pay yourselves. Like one person is telling me, oh yeah, it's all this very wrong, but I found out about this organization. It's supposed to be very good. But I do some research, and their directors, they have 6-figure salaries from a charity organization. So now what happens when a person, this is why. Then they become so, their heart becomes so hot, and they're going to run to do something extreme. It is like designed for that way. So I'm saying, find that piece of that top of the mountain. This is our responsibility right now. If you cannot reach, don't. If you can reach, do something. We cannot reach all the way there, but maybe there's some Syrian brothers who can reach. They know, reach. You cannot reach. But there are people, we are all coming from different countries. There are people in all of these countries that we are part of that needs help. There are people in this country that needs help. So that time, you are going to do something. And you say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Rabbi, forgive me. I cannot reach that far, but at least this much I can do. But don't worry. They're not getting away with it. Not one drop of blood that is shed in this world is going to be forgotten. That time when Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam comes, is coming with the anger and the revenge of Allah. That time, if we have one drop of sympathy for tyrants, we are going to be in the side of the tyrants. If we have one drop of sympathy for the wrong things that is happening around here, we're going to be with them. It doesn't matter how much you worship, how much you pray, which family you come from, who your grandparents are. You understand? Never forget, the uncle of the mercy to the universes is a tyrant. The uncle of the mercy to the universes is a father of the fire. So, now is the time that we must know what is what. Pull yourselves back. Sit on your sajada. Understand. Collect the light, collect the nur. Make your zikr. Don't be too busy with other things. Be around people is going to give you a boost to your heart. And wait, Allah is watching. Prophet is watching. The angels are watching. The awliya Allah, they are watching. One of the most difficult stations to reach, one of the most difficult sifats to take, to put, it is the sifat of Allah, Ya Sabur, the name of Allah, Sabur, to be patient. You see how patient Allah is. He's watching everything. His most beloved ones, they're getting slaughtered. See how patient He is. Yeah. We are following in the way of the Prophet ﷺ. You have to be patient. Concentrate on yourself. This is not the time for jihad. Only the Khalifah can declare that. Now is the time for the bigger jihad, which is the jihad against your own nafs, against yourselves. You do that, and this is part of it. You understand what are we talking about? Because your nafs wants to say, I want to do something, I want to fight, I want to do something. Now you have to step on it and say, wait a minute, are you sure? Because now you don't know who is in front. Shaykh Efendi is saying what? You don't know who is in front, whether it is a horse or it is a donkey, because the dust is all the way up there. Wait till the dust settles. Wait till the dust settles. There's dust there. There is dust, there is smoke, there is dukhan. You cannot see. Wait till it settles. Understand? Inshallah, Allah keep us sincere, to be around the sincere ones. not to make our hearts to be confused. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum.